I think so.
Okay.
Get everything working. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, I think I got it now.
He may not be able to if he calls captains. So,
Yeah. Would you want to have a backup player?
Coach, we can always, we'll get 2 games today. We could bring them on
yeah,
at,
you know what? Let's do it after the game. Or before, yeah. Yeah, let's do it in between.
yeah, we can bring them on in between. We'll have a little more time
That would be better.
to do that. Okay.
And welcome to Auburn, Maine for the first game of the 2024-2025 season here at Central Maine Community College on Munzing Media. I'm Rob Kennedy along with Rob Munzing. Seems like we just left here last November with the Central Maine Mustangs, both the men and the women, winning championships in men's and women's soccer. They look to defend those YSCC crowns. And they start off today with a friendly. The women will start first, taking on the Husson University Eagles. Central Maine 12-5-1 last season. Best regular season in the conference for the first time, and they topped that off by winning the YSCC tournament. They beat New Hampshire Tech 2-1 in the semifinals, and then won a wild game against Albany Pharmacy 5-4 in the finals. They went 1-1 in pool play in the national tournament, didn't advance to the second round. It's going to be a new-look team this year. They lost their big two goal producers, and All-American Natalie Tracy scored 26 goals on the season. She's now at Maine Farmington. And graduate Lakin Hank scored 13 goals as well. It was such a dynamic combo up front, those two players really unstoppable for the most part all season long last year. And that's the thing that Rob Rodriguez, the head coach of the Central Maine team, is going to have to work hard to find a way to replace overall. Defensively, they look about the same. Both goalies are back. First-team All-American Emma Knowles, Ava Simpson back there as well. And Emma Koch joins them as a keeper who played at Mountain Valley as a freshman. Team's going to be midfield dominant this year. Look to turn offense, or defense into offense, I should say, to watch the counterattack on this team for sure.
Well, we'll swing around to give you a little look at the bench area here with Andrew Munzing running our camera here today. Andy, if you could show the bench area here for the kids and give you a look at that new look team. Rob and I happy to be here again. This is one of the few places you'll find Robs everywhere. Coach Rob Rodriguez, Rob Kennedy doing our play-by-play, and yours truly, Rob Munzing, running the production. So we call it Rob Squad.
It's definitely the Rob Squad down here in Auburn. The visitors today, Husson University, coming down from Bangor. They had a 12-6-1 season last year as well, second in their conference, the North Atlantic Conference. But they returned 10 of their 11 players who started at least 10 games last season. They lost in the semifinals of the conference last year to the eventual conference champs Maine Maritime, a 2-0 defeat in that game. They've won 4 championships in 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. That great run of 4 straight back in the early part of this century, and have an NAC Eastern Conference title in 2022. We'll get set to go. Kate Bluen is standing over the ball. And we'll get this underway. The home side in whites. Visiting Eagles wearing the road greens.
Going to be free substitution today, as this is a friendly, an exhibition game. Teams have been out for just a couple of days, and Coach Rob Rodriguez was saying how thankful he is for a quality program like Husson to come down here today, Rob, and really give them a great look. He's really excited about the way this team is unfolding in the first couple of days and in the off-season, so we're underway.
And once again, a very competitive schedule of opponents. The only drawback for the women of Central Maine this year is they only play 5 times here in Auburn, kind of a scheduling anomaly. Hopefully it turns around next year and we see them a ton. That's Kate Bluen. That was knocked out of play, and it'll stay with Central Maine.
Welcome all our new families into Mustang Magic. We'll have every single home game here for you.
Nice tackle by Devin St. Louis, the junior, number 13 out there in green. Now it's Lindsay Reed. Madison Weigler, the keeper today for Husson University. 29 starts overall, an 18-10-2 record with 11 clean sheets. Emma Knowles starting down at the other end for Central Maine, an All-American. Led the nation in saves last season. It's a 9-3-1 career record with 3 clean sheets. Heather Nelson going to move that outside. They're already identifying one thing we'll need to do for the regular season. That's move the benches back.
Yeah, I can see that, Rob. Yeah, well.
This is a kind of a practice game for all of us. I mean, the broadcast kind of making sure that's up and running when the games do start to count.
Yeah, we can take care of that. We'll
probably move that back for the second game, too, actually.
Yeah, just move those benches back. We'll have our normal interviews, but kids were tied up there in the pregame here a little bit, and we're a little late getting set and going on. What we're going to do is we'll have the captains come in, and they'll come in during the men's game, halftime of the men's game.
Speaking of captains, that's Madison Turcotte with the ball right now, the junior captain from Auburn. One of the anchors of this Mustangs defense over the last couple of seasons. Rolls through the area.
Dangerous ball.
Sure is. Madison Valentine down there in the corner. That was pushed out over the touch line. A throw in for Central Maine.
Athletes are back on campus here at the school. The rest of the students will come in this weekend, and looking for them to be filled to the gills just like they were last year. Highest enrollment last year, probably going to be this year as well. We're blocked out down in the corners.
Yeah, it's right in the touch line on this near side. Your guess will be as good as mine, Rob Munzing, as far as who's got the ball. That's one thing we'll certainly have to do again, is to move that back. But that's why we're down here for the friendlies, along with just kind of broadcasting both the Eagles to their fans as well as the Mustangs to get a look at their team early on in the preseason.
Yeah, thanks for both coaches to getting lineups for us here early on in the season. It can be a kind of a influx schedule and roster, but thank you.
Sophia Mullins trying to turn inside the 18, dispossessed. Lily Caban from Maranacook High School. She's a rookie this year. Won a state championship with those Black Bears in 2022. Regional champions last year, and she was a KVAC All-Star. Stepping up is Megan Budmeyer. Budmeyer coming up to play at Husson. She's a senior from Daytona Beach, Florida. Russell. Almost intercepted in the middle and was eventually grabbed there by Caban. Caban, though, dispossessed by Lindsay Reed. The Mustangs have it back.
Well, different team for the Mustangs this year. Going to be a different philosophy, according to Coach Rodriguez. Wondering a little bit where the goals are going to come from. As Rob told you, Natalie Tracy took her pocket full of goals up to UMaine Farmington.
Yeah, Tracy, an All-American. Saw Samantha Bellardo on the Central Maine Community College Athletics website as well, being inducted into the Hall of Fame. No surprise there with all the goals she scored. That's one thing that Rob Rodriguez has had the last couple of years. There's an embarrassment of riches when it comes to players who can find the net pretty much every time it seems like they touch the ball. Foul called on Central Maine.
Yeah, Rob's going to go with a little more defensive type setup, a 3-5-3, try to control midfield, turn that into offense.
And you'll see a lot of attempts at counterattacking. That's out over the goal line for a goal kick.
Well, it turned into a beautiful afternoon here when we were setting up. Rains were prevalent, not bad, just showers, but that's gone by.
68 degrees, a little bit of a breeze. It'll cool down for the night games. We're out 60 or so as that's into the area. Not cleared yet. Played back out beyond the 18. Good one-on-one battle going on there between Lindsay Reed of Husson and Bianca Gilmore, a rookie from Central Maine, who made the tackle. Higgins trying to punch that back ahead. Olivia Charles.
Megan, how are you?
Again, they try to work that into the area, and the Eagles unable to do so. Audrey Dillman. Now played back toward that goal line again, and out for a goal kick. A couple of Husson players not playing today, of course. Dennis Mullins, the head coach of the Eagles, using this game as a friendly as well. He's hoping to see Natalie Aviola play today. She's a senior from Hudson, Florida, 49 career goals. Might end up the end of the season being the all-time goals leader for this Husson University team. She needs 16 more. If she gets that, she'll pass Shelby Bradford, the class of 2009, for the program's career record. But she's nursing a bit of an injury, so she is not playing today, as the foul called on Olivia Charles and a free kick to the Mustangs.
Don't hate it, Liv. Good pressure.
Our loss, Rob Munzing. I always like to see the talented players in the opposing teams come in as well. Not that there's any lack of that for the rest of that Eagles lineup, as there's not. But Aviola's numbers just jump out off the page at you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Coach knows what she can do.
Yeah, take no chances if someone's recovering from a bit of a knock. Maddie Higgins. Higgins, the junior from Herman, Maine. A lot of Maine as you expect in this Husson team, but about half the roster. They recruit well from out of state as well as the West and the South. A couple Florida players and two from the West. Cassie Schilter in the lineup today from Washington. And Addison Clark, a senior from Mountain Home, Idaho. Majority of players on the Mustangs all from Maine. In fact, looking this year, just the one that's not. The Bay Stater and Melina Strickland, number 17, who's a first year from Lowell, Mass. Waiting for our first scoring opportunity here. Possession-wise, the Eagles have had the better of the play as far as the ball, and now they're going to throw it on that far side. Yeah, rolled out instead, so it's a goal kick.
Good, Andy. Munzing on the camera today. Andy's going to do the games today and tomorrow. Then we'll hopefully have our student interns on at Central Maine. If you're a Central Maine student watching this and you'd like to work with us, look me up when you come down to school.
Devin St. Louis making a run into the area, but out comes Knowles to claim. St. Louis, the junior from Holden, Maine. Very good goal scorer in her own right. Has 10 career goals, 7 last season, 3 of those game winners as well, which led the Eagles in that department. He's usually an impact sub, but with Aviola not playing today, she gets the start in Dennis Mullins' lineup. Weigler switching the field to the right side. Olivia Charles played that ahead. Charles from West Virginia. Charles shielding the ball with her body. Actually, Higgins, excuse me, keeping that away from Lily Caban. One of the Mustangs' first forays into the front third. Caban looking for some options. Bianca Gilmore. Gilmore played for the Ellsworth Eagles last year. Was all academic in the Penobscot Valley Conference as that's in the area. Flags up. The Mustangs were offside, but Madison Weigler, the keeper, was there anyway.
Well, it's been comfortable for the kids. They came in on Saturday and began their double sessions. Coach Rodriguez said they've been out a lot of evenings until 10:30 practicing here on the field, as all the teams are using the athletic complex here for practices.
Maybe an opportunity now as a ball loose in the area and a tremendous crunching tackle made down low. That takes the opportunity away. Yeah, it was Kaylee Nault, 23, who made that play. Now back the other way, rolling in on goal, and Knowles out to claim that one as well. Casey Nault, the junior from the junior from Deerfield, New Hampshire. Auto-corrected to Casey on my original roster. So I crossed it out and have Kaylee written over it, but smaller letters. She was first team all-conference last season and conference defensive player of the year back in 2022, and a tackle like that, which took away a surefire goal opportunity, it looked like, for the Mustangs. That's the reason why she's so highly regarded. That foul called against the Mustangs this time, and a free kick to Husson.
So one of our goals down here for this year is to try to get us some elevation so we can get up above the action here, and it's kind of hard sometimes to see, particularly all the way across. So Caleb Land, the new assistant athletic director, is working with us on that.
Nice move by Olivia Charles. Played back to the edge of the area. Here's our first opportunity for a shot, but it's blocked in front. Charles has it again. And a foul called against the Eagles will give a free kick to Central Maine.
Lift, Charles, keep working hard.
Gabby Sassy is about to check in, number 21. The first sub in this game, as Rob Munzing mentioned. Open substitutions in this friendly. That's deflected by Sophia Mullins. Central Maine trying that counter. Higgins played back to the keeper, Weigler, who gets it away. Mullins. Charles with it now, has some time and space to play that ahead toward Devin St. Louis. It's too far for her, and no problem for Emma Knowles, the Mustangs keeper. Mustangs on the road on Saturday. They'll head to Maine Maritime Academy. At Thomas next Friday. Not back at home until the 18th of September against Southern Maine Community College. Big rivalry game for the first countable game here at home.
That'll be a big one.
Lindsey Russell. Great stab and a stop by Madison Turcotte, the captain. A lot of experience back there on defense for the Mustangs. Turcotte back there with Audrey Dillman, both juniors.
Yeah, that's really going to be the strength of the team. As you said, All-American goalie back in Knowles.
Good, Devin. That's the space we want right there.
And that's played to Mackenzie Lambert. Lambert, third team All-Conference last year. Long-range shot, but no problem at all for Knowles, the keeper. Dusty Moores. Moores, a Hamden Academy Bronco last year. KVAC All-Star. Now Katie Bluen. Bounce that off a defender. That was Maddie Higgins. Mustangs still looking to set something up here. Bluen a square ball. Olivia Varney's first touch. Played that outside, but it's cleared away. Turcotte. The flag is up offside again against the Mustangs. Second time they've been called for that. Here in the 14th minutes of the 90. So both teams will make a sub here. Addie Lasley's about to check in for Husson. That's over the head of the defender, Audrey Dillman, forcing Knowles into action. Back at midfield. Ball popped in the air again. The Eagles play it back. That's Maddie Higgins giving chase. Weigler, the keeper, the safety valve. Higgins again. Challenged quickly by Lily Caban, and Caban is one possession. So Addie Lasley, the Rookie of the Year a couple seasons ago. Junior from Ellsworth checking in. Kate Harriman also into the game now for the Eagles. And Gabby Sassy, as we mentioned. She enters this contest for the Mustangs.
Well, I think the substitution rule today is good. Get kids in and out, and keep the pace of the game going, and get all the kids in. Heavy legs probably after double sessions for a couple of days, so you'll see a lot of kids play today.
Yeah, teams only had 4 or 5 practices at this point, too. So, of course, they've all been training over the summertime, but a lot of distance the off-field training and the actual game competition. So you'll see some fatigue, and I think the coaches will do a lot of liberal substituting today, as you often see in friendlies. Maybe a chance now for the Eagles to counter. Almost did. Heather Nelson stepped up. Oh, great step. Audrey Dillman with great touch to keep that away from an onrushing Eagle. Caitlin Haley had that for a moment, lost it. Katie Bluen was shielded away by Kaylee Nault. Nault with it again. Husson trying the left flank. Lindsey Russell. Laid down the touch line. Heather Nelson will watch that one roll and claim the throw-in for the Mustangs. Nelson, a first-year player, played up in Pittsfield for the Huskies of Maine Central Institute. All-conference player. Also KVAC champ in track with MCI. Individually was second place in the pole vault at the meet last May. Nault again, really difficult to work the ball around. Lindsey Russell for Husson. Bud Myers up on the run. She's got some space. Played into the area. There's an opportunity for the Eagles if they can settle it, but not quite. It was knocked down. Sophia Mullins had the opportunity. Just couldn't quite get that last touch on and put it toward the goal. Let's see how the speed goes here. Katie Bluen. And a great battle with Lindsay Reed. Reed did just enough to knock her off the ball and play it back to her keeper.
Yeah,
she blew out the last touch on that. That's why Weigler could pick it up.
Yeah, they're looking for Bluen to pick up the scoring this year. Certainly capable of it, that's for sure.
4 career goals, had 1 last season. Scored against Word of Life on the road last year in a 6-0 win on October 12th.
Yeah, she was playing back last year. She's gone up into attack mode this year.
Seen her play at the fullback position, a lot of time spent in the midfield, and now up front for Coach Rodriguez. Heather Nelson under some pressure. Devin St. Louis pursuing her. St. Louis toward goal, but right at the keeper. And Knowles again right there to claim it. And number 25, Casey Schilter's about to come in.
Hey, Casey. Trying to get Casey down there.
Madison Valentine.
This is one of the problems we have because we're not up high, is that incoming players will block our view.
Usually once they see it, they kind of realize it after that, but they're used to going right to the middle of the touchline. And luck would have it sometimes that's where the ball is, right where they're standing. Madison Turcotte. Some excellent pressure there by Addie Lasley, who just came in. Caban didn't realize there was a defender there. Eagles on the rush once again. Great challenge by Budmeyer. Budmeyer. Left-footed into the area, bounced away. Eagles asking some questions here. Caitlin Haley back out to Lindsay Reed. Lambert resets. Maybe a chance now as it rolls in. That was grabbed by Nault again. Kaylee Nault has been impenetrable so far.
This is why we need elevation, Caleb.
Now turned again. Scuffed a bit in the attempt by Russell, the grad student from Salem, Mass.
Thank the ladies for getting down. Now they got to go in. Salem, Mass, the Witches.
Witches football team is up in Maine this year.
Yes, isn't that fantastic?
Witches against Witches. Brewer went down there last year, and the Salem Witches coming up here this year. Kind of a cool thing for the high school kids,
Absolutely.
both in Maine and Massachusetts.
Yep, and the common link there is Coach Ken Perrone, who was a great coach in the 60s up at Brewer. Went down to Salem, Mass in the early 70s. Won a Super Bowl down there in 1972, one of the first Super Bowls. Played down in Massachusetts, so that's a great idea.
Kind of a weird coincidence. He went from one Witches team to another. I mean, you'll have a hard time finding that mascot anywhere in the country, and he went to both.
Yeah,
up here in northern New England.
Yeah, that's worth a look on Google to see if there's another.
There can't be many
Witches anywhere.
Maddie Higgins down that touchline. Haley turns it back outside as the Eagles in possession once again. They've not been able to break down the defense yet. Maybe here. Lindsay Russell a shot and tipped over the bar by Emma Knowles. The first big save of the game for either keeper. And the first corner of the game goes to Husson. Lindsay Russell, second team all-conference last season, 4 goals and an assist. And got a pretty good look at the shot she took.
Yeah, still working out replay here, so we missed it, but I think I know what I have to do now. We got a new system we're working on, so it'll be practice for us preseason as well.
It's a big part of why we're down here. Work out some kinks as far as the presentation is concerned. Battle on that near touchline once again. Played into the area and hoofed away. Madison Turcotte took it away from Addie Lasley. Get our first look at Jaden Boone coming in, number 8. Boone will replace Destiny Moores. Jaden's a first year from Greenville, Maine. Played for the Lakers last season up in Greenville. Two-time All-Star in the Penobscot Valley Conference. She's been moved up front. That bounces in the area and a shot. Oh, what a save by Emma Knowles. Little defensive miscue and an opportunity for the Eagles, and Knowles had to be very alert to palm that one away. So Husson putting on some pressure. Kate Harriman with a throw. Caitlin Haley lost it. Boone there battling for it. Got that sideline toward Harriman again. Harriman, good ball into the area. That was headed out of there, though, by Heather Nelson. Lindsay Russell. Russell, a great defensive play by Nelson again. She's been impressive here in the first 20 minutes of this contest. Nolt. Higgins. Lena Strickland over there, number 17. First year from Lowell, Mass. Oh, that's a nice through ball, perhaps, but no, once again, alertly, Heather Nelson, the rookie, steps up and clears. And a free kick will go Central Maine's way. Knowles has been busy of late. She'll get this back into open play. Valentine. Again, aggressively, Lindsay Russell steps up to knock that out into touch. No, it stayed in. Russell down that touchline again. Good battle going on there. Kaylee Nault. Eagles trying to switch the field. Addie Lasley shielded away by Turcotte. Lasley back on the ball once again. Lindsay Reed to the 18. Hoofed away, and now maybe a counter opportunity for the Mustangs. That was broken up by Lindsay Reed. Played outside again. Here's Cassie Schilter.
Take her on. 1v1.
St. Louis. That's a good ball. Went off tar box. And just over that goal line. It was last touch, though, by the... Oh, we'll see. I think they're pointing corner here. I thought it was last touched by the Mustangs. Well, they're calling goal kick here. It's into the 26th minute. Opportunities scarce so far in this contest. Harriman on the throw once again. Eagles on the attack one more time. Stepping up, Emily Tilton, just in the contest. The first year from Buckfield, played for the Buckfield Bucks. Not too far down the road from the campus here in Auburn, Maine. Somebody going to watch on set pieces as well. We'll see if Rob Rodriguez uses her in that role here in her rookie season. Former Sun Journal All-Region player last year. Katie Benson now. Benson. Played that behind St. Louis, who's offside. The flag is up on the far side. Good work by the defenders to step up and trap the junior behind the line. Eagles are there friendly today. They'll open up their season next Friday. Emmanuel College is traveling to Bangor. And then Husson will be back down here on September 3rd, in this area anyway, across the river. They'll be playing at Bates. I think at Garcelon Field, as Bates College is doing some pretty heavy renovations.
Yeah.
The Russell Street facility. Now they're putting a turf field in there.
Yeah, I saw that on my way by today.
Would not expect that'll be ready this season, or at least at the start of the season. So Garcelon Field will get a lot of use. The oldest sports field in the state of Maine. Played games on that right around the Civil War. Now up that far touchline. Eagles trying to work it in once again, and they do. It rolls back to the 18 again. Looking all the way through. Quickly touched ahead, Lindsay Reed. Haley playing down the left side this time. Katie Benson there for Husson. Caitlin Haley again. Haley punched that into the area. Doesn't end up there as Audrey Dillman hoofed that away. Boone up the touchline. Schilter will play that back to her keeper.
Few whistles, Rob. This thing's moving along well. Kids are playing
whistles.
A clean game.
Not many opportunities. A Lindsay Russell shot that was touched over the bar by Emma Knowles. The best opportunity for either team so far. Really the only opportunity for either team so far. Katie Bluen back in now for the Mustangs, and Riley Speed for Husson will join her. Speed, a sophomore from Corinth, Maine, former Central High School Red Devil. Couple career goals, got them both against Vermont State Linden back on September 30th last season. Audrey Dillman trapped between a couple of green jerseys and lost the ball. And again over to help out and save the day, Heather Nelson. Nelson to be alert too as she was looking to break up the pitch in the other direction, kind of turned around and started heading up the field and realized that her defensive partner was in trouble and came back. Now a free kick this time to Husson. Decent spot to her to punch something into the area here. Kendra Donahue, the junior from Kingston, Mass. She's setting up. Delivery into the area is not a bad one. Headed toward the goal and just wide. Was it tipped? It was. Emma Knowles had to make the save. So here's the second corner for Husson.
Well, I've been working on replay. Let's see if we can get this one. Okay, we got to go back further. Just saw the very end of it there.
Haley Tarbox, the rookie from Sanford. All conference in the SMAA for the Spartans last year. Trying to swing this toward the goal and see if a teammate can get on the other end. Popped in the air by Knowles, and she calmly collects. So a couple of good chances here for the Eagles. That's played down by Katie Benson. Haley. Lindsay Reed by way of Haley Tarbox, who played that back. Haley wing. Played that out into touch. It's a Husson throw. A couple of subs for the Eagles coming in. Laura Martell, number 8. And Ebba Gamelius, number 9. Gamelius, a first year from Sweden. Played in the United States before, though. She was an exchange student in Bismarck, North Dakota. It was all conference and went to the state semifinals. And we'll have a change in goal as well as Emma Koch will come in. Koch, number 26, played at Mountain Valley High School, MVC All-Star last year here in the state of Maine. And she'll see her first action between the sticks for the Mustangs. Emma Knowles gets a nice deserved rest after some quality saves here in the first half.
We've seen Emma Knowles play out in the field during her career here as well.
She has. Could see it again today, perhaps. Casey Schilter looking for options. Eagles using the whole field and using it well. They've switched it numerous times. Here's Martell. Just added to the roster yesterday. Nault. Left-footed ahead to Kate Harriman. Outside to Katie Benson. Benson, the Middleborough, Mass native. Harriman joining the rush. Harriman got by her defender into the area. Harriman, square ball, the one touch and a goal by Annie Lasley. Oh, great pass and a better finish for the junior with 14 career goals and a tremendous finish as well. Well, the pass is great, but the finish even better. One touch, left-footed, I believe, and no chance at all for Koch. So the goal in the 33rd minute, Addie Lasley for Husson.
Up together, let's go.
Let's see what the Mustangs do here, playing from behind for the first time. Just a little bit of space there in the goalkeeper's area. Maybe another chance now, as that'll go over the bar as Addie Lasley got onto that again, cut up to an open ball in the middle. Koch came out to force the issue, and that's probably why that shot was off target. Addie Lasley, the goal scorer, I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Rookie of the Year in the North Atlantic Conference in 2022. Second on the team in scoring last year behind only Natalie Aviola, who was the Conference Player of the Year, actually two-time Conference Player of the Year. But Lasley with 9 goals and 5 assists. And 1 hat trick last year as well. She did that against Maine Farmington. Nault plays that outside. Bud Meyer ahead. Katie Benson. Harriman, who set up the goal, has it again. Trying the same thing into the air from the left side. Popped up by Gamalius. That's out for a goal kick. The longer the first half's gone on, the more the Eagles have kind of put the squeeze on the Mustangs. They've controlled possession. They've had the territorial advantage and have a deserved 1-0 lead in that Lasley goal a couple minutes ago.
Of course, Koch was just in the game. That was her first test right there. And, of course, no warm-up you get when you come in.
I'm not sure if warm-up would have helped the shot like that.
Right.
Great setup and a better finish.
I picked a good time to figure out replay, Rob, because we did get the replay.
Played into the area again. Koch comes out. The pass intended for Kate Harriman.
Give me time to ask the folks at home who are watching about the scoreboard. If it's big enough for you to see well, I can make it a little bit bigger. You can comment. I'm watching the feed on Central Maine Mustangs Athletics web Facebook page, so let me know on there.
Maybe an opportunity here, although Nault plays it back to the keeper. It's a miscue, and it's an own goal. Nault and Weigler got a miscommunication. The signals were crossed, and the own goal makes it 1-1. Yeah, we'll see it right here. And you can credit the approach by the Mustangs on that play, as they did force it. Nault was back by herself, and usually a routine play, you play it back to your keeper, but just played a little too fast for Weigler, and Weigler couldn't catch up to it. And it's 1-1.
Well, I think that's why you're playing these games here. It'll be something that coaching staff can go over, coach up.
Goal in the 36 minutes ties things up. Really kind of a bolt out of the blue for the Mustangs. They really hadn't threatened Madison Weigler between the sticks all that much, but that time, Kaylee Nault gets the own goal. Just bad luck for the ladies in green.
Well, we'll see if that doesn't jumpstart the offense a little bit, Rob, for the Mustangs.
We'll see what kind of pushback there'll be from the Eagles as well. Gamalius had it for a moment. Now it's Katie Benson. Gamalius with it again, number 9 in green and white. Right flank this time. Great run down that flank. That's Riley Speed. Madison Turcotte boots that out into touch. It's a throw in for the Eagles. Right at the edge of the area. Into the area now. Harriman knocked down. This will be a penalty. So a chance to get right back on top for the Eagles, as Harriman was felled inside the area. And a penalty kick can put Husson back on top. It looks like it'll be Kate Harriman's going to take it. So you talk about tough assignment for Emma Koch, the keeper who just came in. A tremendous shot by Addie Lasley, and now a penalty attempt. Kate Harriman. Harriman ready. And she scores. She just froze Koch a little bit with a stutter step, and it's 2-1. So Kate Harriman, an assist and a goal. Watch the stutter step here at the end. That's where Koch is going to move. Makes the guess, just got frozen a little bit as she was going to her left, and the shot went right. So Harriman on the penalty kick. Her last official goal came against Thomas College on October 21st. Scored a brace in that game, had a couple of goals. The pre-med major who played our high school ball at John Bapst. Little contact there. They'll get Destiny Moores. Tripped up Katie Benson a little bit, and a free kick to the Eagles. So 3 goals in 5 minutes here, after really not much for scoring opportunities in the first half hour. Addie Leslie's opening the scoring for Husson in the 33rd minute. An own goal off the foot of Kayleen Noltz for Husson made it 1-1. And then Harriman's penalty kick a moment ago was restored the lead for the Eagles. They want more. Addie Lasley's got one already. That's played out beyond the goal line as Heather Nelson had to settle that under pressure. Just played it out for the corners. The third corner for the Eagles. They lead 3-0 in that department right now. Laura Martell is over there to take the corner. In the area again, the quick shot. Koch knocked that down. That was Cassie Schilter. Schilter, the junior from Chehalis, Washington. Transferred in last season from Rocky Mountain College. Doesn't get a lot of offensive opportunities. She mostly provided some valuable minutes last year, coming off the bench as a depth defender. She played most of the games last year, though. Katie Benson. Harriman. Harriman's got some space out there. Emily Tilton bearing down. Also Strickland there, too. And a shot and a goal. They couldn't stop her. Harriman's got a brace, a penalty kick, and the individual solo efforts to make it 3-1. Just walked through the Mustangs' defense. And a tremendous finish as well. Maddie Higgins back in the game for Husson. Kayleen Nault will come out.
Well, the scoring, as you said, Rob, certainly picked up here in the second half of the first. 4 goals.
Addie Lasley. Lasley opened the scoring, 33 minutes in. Benson. Nice move by Benson, trying to shake off Emily Tilton.
Good recover, Kate. Drive.
Eagles back at it again. Here's Harriman working on a hat trick. Emma Knowles is, in fact, in the game as a field player now, number 20. Well, she just checked back in, and she's up front. Laura Martell with a stop there, but the Mustangs with it again. Kendra Donahue heading it high for Husson. That's kept in well, too. Great work by Donahue, the junior. Still with it. Lily Caban watching her. Into the area the one time, and Harriman almost the hat trick. She tried to pop that over the keeper, Emma Koch. Koch made the save.
Great service, Kendra. Good run, Kate. Keep it up.
So the own goal tied things up in the 36th minute. We wonder if that would jumpstart the Mustangs offense or maybe trigger a pushback by the Eagles. It was the latter that's come true here. Maya Royce into the game now. And Madison Valentine checking in as well for Central Maine. One of the Mustangs shaken up on that far side, perhaps. Thought for a second Madison Turcotte was coming off, but it's Haley Wing instead who's been replaced. Koch gets us back in open play again. Melina Strickland. That's been the challenge for the Mustangs for the most part, is trying to break down this very stout Husson defense. Really, the one time they got through the defense has been the play in which they score. But speaking of through the defense, here come the Eagles again. And a save made by Koch. That was Addie Lasley. Lasley out to take the corner. It's the fourth corner for the Eagles.
Well, another scoring opportunity here, as we're seeing. Koch been tested since she's come in.
Okay, the standing save that time, just getting in the way. And swinging corner. Audrey Dillman puts it out over the goal line. They'll get a chance to do it again. Sophia Mullins over there. She scratched that. It's Addie Lasley taking the corner. Setting up left-footed, trying to swing this toward the goal. And does so. It's loose in the area. Still danger here, and the shot over the bar. Cassie Schilter, just inside the 18, had the chance. We're a couple feet over the crossbar. In the last 90 seconds of the first half. All the scoring coming in the last 15 minutes. Played 30 minutes without a goal. We've had 4 since. Couldn't keep that in. Valentine tried a throw in for the Eagles, under a minute to go. Now danger in the air. That's bouncing around again. And hoofed away. Destiny Moores, the Hamilton Academy product, stepping up and getting rid of that. A foul called against the Eagles. The Mustangs have to work quickly, though, with just 35 seconds remaining in the half. That's headed away. Emma Gamalius again, number 9. Now trying to play a through ball. It might sit nicely for Katie Bluen. Bluen was the one aggressively pursuing Kayleen Naltz on the own goal. Not that time. 6 seconds to go. Played ahead, stopped at the center stripe by Audrey Dillman, and that'll do it for the first half. Started out somewhat slowly. Each team kind of going through a 30-minute feeling out process. Addie Lasley opening the scoring in the 33rd minute. Only to see the Mustangs tie it 3 minutes later on the own goal. Then Kate Harriman stepped up to score a couple of goals. Was knocked down in the area in the 38th minute. Calmly scored the spot kick to make it 2-1. 3 minutes later, Harriman again made it 3-1. That's where we stand here at halftime. A deserved lead for the visiting Husson University Eagles. So we'll step aside, take a break, and back here with you in Auburn momentarily in Munzing Media.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Same thing as always.
That's the front of the net.
All those little things to make you what you are.
0, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. That's it right here.
CMCC provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody. It provides a great opportunity, just the fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. This kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Really good, like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of organizations like DSCA.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munzing Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munzing Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Since 1892. And it changes the game, 35-26. This has been a wacko affair.
Forensics has grown so much and it's very beneficial to the criminal justice system. I was always one of those kids that watched Forensic Files. That was something I loved. Just a science person all around, I always have been. The instructors are some of the top forensic experts in Maine. They really know what they're talking about. They've been there, done that. CMCC is very lucky to have people like this. I'm an intro to criminal justice and criminal law and report writing. It's a lot of the baseline of things I have to be knowledgeable about. I want to do crime scene photography. The forensic science program is preparing me to start thinking like what's important here, what do I need to look for like right off the bat. You never know what you're going to find.
Helping people is kind of ingrained into me. I am so glad that I chose to be here. It's a really great program.
Primary downs in the heart. The instructors are super helpful.
They really do set you up to be successful in the field.
The new hospital simulation lab here at CMCC is a great addition.
It's as close to replicating real life as you can get.
We did an IV lab.
With a mannequin, it's nice to get your toes wet before you jump into a clinical setting.
Deep breath.
CMCC is the best place to start nursing. It's challenging, but you are learning.
We have a smaller size classroom, smaller ratio to instructors.
It's affordable.
It really provided me relief that I'm not going to accrue a lot of debt.
I needed to set myself and my family up for success after.
I'm going to come out of this able to actually practice as an RN in the real field. It's a wonderful opportunity.
USC not only provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
I'm retired United States Army Staff Sergeant Travis Mills, formerly of the 82nd Airborne Division.
In 2012, I was injured in Afghanistan due to a roadside bomb. It took portions of both arms and both legs, and through Walter Reed and 19 months of intense recovery, I was able to build myself back up, learn how to walk again, drive again, and take care of my young family. Since then, I have decided to be on the road speaking as a motivational speaker.
Life is all about perspective, all right? So for me, it's real easy. I gave a lot, but I didn't give everything. When I think about my situation, I'm lucky to be here.
When I was on the road speaking, I was hired by CBU Benefits. Ray Valley and Brian Heath brought me in to speak at one of their forums.
After hearing Travis's story, I was compelled to move forward with our relationship. We specialize in reaching out to employees and employers, explaining to them the value of supplemental health coverage. Accidents, cancer, critical illness, disability, and sometimes even death are events that happened in our lifetime.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their healthcare just didn't cover it. After talking with Ray and Brian, telling them how much I really appreciate what they're doing, they decided that it would be just an awesome partnership if I became part of the team, not just as a spokesperson, but as an actual partner in the company. I have a message for everybody about supplemental benefits because I feel like everybody should be protected from life's unexpected events.
Accidents do happen. I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, Did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Same thing as always.
Catch the front of the net.
Little things to make you what you are.
0, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Sit right here.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their healthcare just didn't cover it.
I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
We welcome you back here. Rob Munzing, Rob Kennedy. Rob's going to join me shortly here. We'll have the scoring recap for the first half.
Yeah, first half started out somewhat slowly. As the half went on, kind of tell that Husson was just kind of putting a stranglehold on the game. They came out of the gate and had possession early on, dominated the territorial play, but really didn't get much for scoring opportunities. One Devon St. Louis shot was palmed over the crossbar by Emma Knowles. That was about it until the 33rd minute, and that's when we'll start seeing the scoring. Addie Lasley, who goal scorer on this Husson team, 14 career goals. This will be the penalty kick that came later by Kate Harriman. And Harriman scored a brace here. Lasley scored the first one in the 33rd minute. It was 1-1 at the time, and Harriman stepping up against the new goaltender, Emma Koch, playing her first game. You just kind of watch the delivery here by Harriman. Little pause, little stutter step right here, and then there's the fake. And you see that slight hesitation by Koch. She went left, the shot goes right. That was the third goal, and it made it 2-1. Addie Lasley scored in the 33rd minute, and the Mustangs equalized an own goal in the 36th minute, really forced by Kate Bluen, who was pressuring the defender, Kaylee Nault, into a miscue. As the communication with her keeper, Madison Regular, just didn't work out, and the ball ended up in the nets. And then Kate Harriman made it 3-1 in the 41st minute, scoring her second goal of the half. And a tremendous feed. That made it 3-1, and that was the scoring in half number one.
This is the, might be the first.
Yeah, that's the header. Great one, too. That was Addie Lasley's goal.
Yeah, that just wide, I think, that one.
Yep.
Kept it 0-0.
Yep.
So we're playing around with our new system here and trying to figure out how to get the replays. Probably what I'll do is I'll just call one up, Rob. I'm not sure. I'll label them next time, and we'll be able to get a look at. Let's see what we got here.
This might be the own goal. We'll see. The long pass ahead. If that's what's coming now, we'll see kind of how this ends up in the net. Yeah, this will be the own goal here. And Nault actually had more time than she realized. I think that's why Weigler, the keeper, didn't expect that ball to come back to her when it did.
And it kind of short hopped her.
Yeah, it did.
That tied it up at 1, and 2 more by the Eagles.
So new keeper for the Eagles, Hannah Kenny coming in, the senior from Thompson, Maine. 26 games under her belt, 10-5-2 record overall with 5 clean sheets. Emma Koch will stay between the sticks for the Mustangs. Look at the box score in this game. You might say, well, that's what changed things. All 3 goals conceded. You took out your All-American goalkeeper, but I'm not sure how many Knowles would have saved of the 3 that Koch let in. They weren't goals that you would pin on the goalkeeper at all. Penalty kick, a tremendous offensive effort by Kate Harriman to beat all the defenders and score, and then, of course, the Addie Lasley goal was a very pretty goal as well. So Husson will start off in possession. They're the visitors in green. They'll attack from left to right. The new assistant AD Caleb Lamb sitting here to my left told me too. This is a scrimmage for the Eagles, but it's a accountable game for the Mustangs. Rob Rodriguez wanted to get some of those tough opponents and strength of schedule and boosting that as the season goes on.
Well, certainly one of the tougher schedules in school history here this year. As coach doesn't duck anybody, and he knows strength of schedule will help him out.
Here come the Eagles again, and foul called here on Audrey Dillman. And she slaps hands with. Actually, the foul was called against the Eagle. That was Sammy Orest. Or Orest, excuse me. Orest, the senior from Milton, Vermont, number 4. I think the lone Green Mountain Stater playing in this game today. Haven't seen Aubrey Fadden yet. She's from Berkshire, Vermont. One of the keepers on this Husson team. Now played through. Maybe an opportunity here for the Mustangs. And that's into the side netting. Emma Knowles out there taking off her goalkeeper shirt for a white number 20.
Well, I think this is one of the things Coach is working on as well, Coach Rodriguez. You know, he knows he's got to replace the goals from last year, and he's going to play it a lot closer to the vest this year defensively.
Well, it's two players that really are hard, if not impossible, to replace. And Lincoln Hink with 13 goals, and Natalie Tracy with twice that, 26, an All-American. Kind of expected Tracy was likely to transfer. And Farmington, up the road, has certainly gotten a gem as she's joined that program. That was touched ahead by Madison Valentine, but the Eagles have it again. Abigamalius. Played back to Sophia Mullins. Mullins up that wing. Orest. Orest trying to feed that into the area, did so. Russell stepping up for a shot. It's right at the keeper. And good movement by the Eagles, setting up the opportunity.
First of 2 games we'll have today. Men taking on Maine Maritime Academy. 7:30 schedule kickoff. Could go a little earlier, never know. Be ready. We will be.
Yeah, we're not going anyplace. Cassie Schilter, excuse me, knocked that off Sir Royce. Addison Clark getting us back underway. Lindsay Russell playing it square, sniffed out well by Melina Strickland, the first year from Lowell, Mass. Knowles trying to work on Budmeyer. Budmeyer, number 26, staying with her stride for stride. Knowles out there wide. Budmeyer stuck right to her. And that's the first corner of the afternoon for the Mustangs. A chance here to jump right back into it. Knowles will take it right-footed. It'll be an outswinging corner away from the keeper. Decent one, 2, headed high by Destiny Moores. No one picked her up. Moores was unmarked in the KVAC All-Star last season for the Camden Academy Broncos. Just missed high. Oh yeah, she was in plenty of space. Just couldn't put the header on frame. Now Moores with it again. Dispossessed this time. Gamalius, she's played a strong game and her debut for the Eagles. That was turned very well by Olivia Charles. Charles stared down by Turcotte. Devin St. Louis. Charles again. Too many defenders there though, and we booted away. Audrey Dillman stepping up to make the play. That's popped over the defense. And Koch comes out, sliding down, spilled it though. And a shot. The shot was taken by St. Louis again, or actually Lindsay Russell stepping up. It was knocked out by the keeper, so it's a corner. This is the 6th for the Eagles. Sophia Mullen stepping up to take it. Has 6 targets in the area. Mullins has that knocked down in the corner. This time a gold kick. Went off one of the Eagles, Sammy Orist, I think.
Andy, tilt the camera down. We're getting too much sky, and we need to get it a little brighter. There we go.
Madison Turcotte, one of the two captains on this team. Actually, three captains. I see Katie Bluin's got an armband on as well. And here comes number 1, Bluin. She'll run out of time and space on that touchline, though, and it's a throw-in for the Eagles.
Yeah, we're going to pick up the captains at halftime of the men's game. Be able to talk to them about the season, how it's unfolding, preseason, bringing the new kids on board, and their leadership qualities.
First touch for Hannah Kenny, the senior keeper from Thompson, Maine. That's headed by Knowles. A one-on-one battle again with Megan Budmeyer. Orist. Orist trying to get some separation. The defender pursuing. They got tangled up a touch. Olivia Charles played ahead. Devin St. Louis has some space into the area. St. Louis! Oh, just wide. Missed the far post, but not by much.
Another good scoring opportunity here. Rob taking a look at it. It's just going to go wide of the post.
That's where you want to put it, far post, but just the wrong side. St. Louis with 3 game-winning goals last season out of the 7 she scored. That included a brace down in southern New Hampshire at Keene State. Gamalius has had a very impressive debut. That's popped up by Olivia Charles. Charles in a good battle here with Madison Valentine. Valentine did well to clear it away. Katie Bluin. Bluin and Schilter battling. Knowles settling for Central Maine. Now play that down the flank, but no one there in white. Closest player was Emily Tilton, number 3. That's a throw-in for Husson. All 4 goals scored in an 8-minute span of the first half, between minute 33 and 41. Cassie Schilter. Schilter with a nice move. Actually could have carried that a little longer if she wanted to. Schilter with it again. Gamalius. Clark was making a run. They couldn't find her. Now it's Moores. Rolled into the area and pounded away by Hannah Kenny. And we'll throw in this time for the Mustangs over on that right wing side. Emily Tilton, a rookie from Buckfield, will make the throw for Central Maine. Lindsay Russell now. Eagles starting the attack immediately. Brought ahead by Gamalius. That was off St. Louis's foot. A spin in that ball, but grabbed down by Strickland. He has a chance by Knowles. Emma Knowles into the area, 2 defenders to beat, and put that into the side netting for a goal kick. Kendra Donahue, number 17, was one of the defenders there making the challenge. Megan Budmeyer was also there.
Yeah, so Knowles' speed here coming down the right side. She was able to beat the defender of the ball. Almost got near side.
Just ran out of space on the angle. Gamalius looking for options. Once again, it's Clark making the run. A little too far away from her, and Audrey Dillman can play it. A throw in off Clark for Central Maine. Katie Bluin. Almost got around her defender, Schilter, but Schilter poked that onto the Husson bench for a Central Maine throw. Addison Turcotte. We'll do it again after Schilter puts that out into touch.
Casket central, Addie drop. Get central, let Addison take her.
Turcotte surveying the scene on the throw. Played across, shouldered out of there by Gamalius. Olivia Charles. St. Louis trying to stay onside. She has done so. Well, was cut off by Dillman, who plays it out wide. Maybe Claude, number 6. St. Louis pursues her. Good work to keep that in play by the Eagles. Horace trying to square that. Cross into the area. Turn right back over to Husson. Nice touch by Addison Clark. That's a throw in for the Eagles. Olivia Charles. Charles into the area. Charles still with it. And pounded away. That'll end up in throwing as well. And Elena Strickland had to be there to make that play. It looked like that might have been goal number 4 for Husson. Second half so far looking a lot like the first half. Most of the opportunities and possession for the visitors who are carrying the pace of play here. Devin St. Louis trying to settle. That ends up with Emma Koch. Koch's afternoon's about over, as I see Ava Simpson with the keeper's jersey on, about to come in. And Bianca Gilmore will enter with her as well on the next opportunity for Central Maine. That's a good battle in the midfield. Strickland almost victorious. Now something may be on here for the Eagles. Charles played that into the area. And there comes Koch to claim it. Well done by Avi Claude, to number 6. As she shielded the attacking player off the ball. That was Devin St. Louis who couldn't get by the rookie Avi Claude.
Really good communication between the two players on the defensive end. Sometimes you see that miscommunication can lead to a goal.
Claude played at Nokomis High School last year. She's from St. Albans, Maine. Olivia Charles, a little space in the midfield now, joined by Gamalius. Lindsay Russell just had it knocked off her foot. Russell trying to get back into it. Got some help from Charles. Charles, the long effort. That'll bounce out wide for a goal kick. Ava Simpson will check in right now. Take her spot between the sticks for the Mustangs. Simpson, 2 starts last year. 1 victory. Didn't allow a goal in any action she was in last year. So she's the 3rd keeper to play today. And Emma Knowles will come out as well, replaced by Bianca Gilmore.
Well, pretty good depth in goal here for Coach Rodriguez with 3 keepers on the roster.
It gives him his options as far as what he wants to do with Emma Knowles, too. I mean, obviously, you'll probably see her the bulk of the time in goal, but if they need her out front to potentially put some pressure on offensively, she can be used in that role. Might dictate how the scoring goes for the Mustangs this year as far as where you see Emma Knowles most of the time this season. It's hard to take an All-American, though, out of that position.
Yeah, we'll talk to Coach about that. It'd be a good question for him post-game.
Olivia Charles, the long shot, and Simpson watches that drift over the bar.
Well, one of the neat things they've done this year is they've taken the extra goals. I think Rob mentioned it earlier. They put them down the far end in right field in baseball. So
yeah, we were talking about that off the air in pregame. It used to be there on the side of the field as the camera pans back. When the Mustangs have possession, move back up the field, you'll see a lot of the fence out there used for baseball. But the goals were out there, too. It made it kind of confusing on the broadcast for viewers, as all of a sudden a goal would appear, unguarded at that. Olivia Charles.
Yeah, they have the nice fences now for baseball, softball. They can roll those out.
That rolls wide of Simpson as well. Deflected, though, on the way by, maybe? No, it's a goal kick.
A lot of action out here on the Turf Athletic Complex this fall. We'll be here for all of it. If it's played out here, we'll bring it to you, as well as volleyball.
Yeah, so that's going to start soon, too. Destiny Moores, impressed by her debut here. She's had a strong game. Heather Nelson in the defense as well. Another opportunity and a shot in off the post. And it's 4-1. That's Devin St. Louis, who's been hovering around the goal all afternoon, finally rewarded with her first.
Yeah, just seeing the very end of it right here. It just caught that inside far post.
In the 61st minute.
And behind for the goal.
So Devin St. Louis, the junior from Holden, Maine. 10 goals in her Husson career. That will not be added to the tally. As for the Eagles, this is a non-countable game. But still a nice finish. Only nothing at all Ava Simpson could do about that. Kissed off the far upright. That's Addison Clark with it, the senior from Idaho. She's a transfer, played her first couple of seasons at Centralia College. Joined the Eagles last year, scored her first Husson goal down in New Hampshire in a win over Keene State. And that's played out wide. Megan Budmeyer, the Florida native and senior. Now stepping up, Destiny Moores.
Interesting fact about Olivia Charles. She's the American leading point scorer in football for a female. What's that? She's the leading American football point scorer for a female. She was a kicker in West Virginia for 4 years.
Coach Dennis Mullins just came over. He's not too far away, the Husson coach, and told us one thing I didn't know about Olivia Charles from West Virginia. She's the leading American football scorer. She was a kicker back in West Virginia.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I wonder if the football team up there, Husson, needs a kicker.
They'll begin their season in another week, I think. 2 weeks, actually, they'll start. Played ahead by Dillman. It's a long run, but perhaps Katie Bluen can get there. That was defended nicely, though, by Kendra Donahue. And that out for a throw. Central Maine, I think, still in possession here, but took away the scoring opportunity. Yes, indeed, it is a Mustangs throw.
Yeah, Donahue gave herself up. She's got a piece of it and knocked it away.
She has been a fixture on that back line for the Eagles. And that's been on display today. Really, chances few and far between for Central Maine. Katie Bluen. And a split defenders that deflected off Cassie Schilter. Back into the goal. Hannah Kenny is there. Now it's Sophia Mullins. Worked out wide. Camelius. Addison Clark back up on the run as it's played into the area, but no one there in green. Olivia Charles was the closest to that. That bounces high, and Melina Strickland couldn't control it for the Mustangs. Cassie Schilter has it now. He's trying to work that out wide. Addison Clark. Clark defended there by Maya Sarois. Deflects off Sarois. Maybe a corner. Nope, last touch by Addison Clark, says the referee or the linesman. It'll be a goal kick. So Maddie Higgins back in for Husson University, and Gabby Sassy, a sophomore, re-enters the game for Central Maine. Megan Budmeyer and Melina Strickland coming off for Husson and Central Maine, respectively. Simpson put that back in play. Clark knocked that ahead. Now played right up the middle, and maybe a chance for Katie Bluen, but well played under pressure. Kendra Donahue. Have a lot of poise in a situation like that when you've got an attacker bearing down. In fact, that's what resulted in the own goal. That's the only tally so far for Central Maine. No problem for Hannah Kenny, who picks that up. Bianca Gilmore, number 11 out there in white, hoping for a miscue that never came. Lindsay Russell. St. Louis already with one goal. Make it 2. Devin St. Louis makes it 5 for Husson. Too much space and fired a rocket over Ava Simpson. Had plenty of space there, and Simpson out to challenge with too much velocity and well placed in that shot by St. Louis.
Yeah, gifted goal scorer there. You could tell she was able to elevate that ball from pretty close in, get it up and over.
So St. Louis with a couple of goals in a 5-minute span. Our second coming here in the 66th minute. Maddie Higgins just checked in. Played that forward. Heather Nelson knocked it away. Haley Tarbox, Addie Lasley about to go right back in for the Eagles. Next opportunity. Gamalius. Lindsay Russell. Russell trying to battle Emily Tilton. Tilton stuck right there with her. Orist was there too. That was actually Orist number 4 in that tussle. Orist wins the corner. And she's going to go over to take that now over on the far side.
Got our scoreboard back up and working and just about right on. 23 minutes exactly right here, so we'll touch a second or two fast.
You'll see the 2 subs. Haley Tarbox, the rookie from Sanford, Maine, and Addie Lasley opened the scoring for Husson back in the 33rd minute, the junior from Ellsworth. Bianca Gilmore and Addie Lasley, both from Ellsworth. Here's the corner. That's the 7th of the game. And we'll quickly do number 8 as that deflected off Audrey Dillman out of play.
If you're watching your first Mustangs game, we welcome you. New families in here and let you know that this game is a game that is a non-league game. And if you don't know, Husson plays in Division III NCAA, and they play in the NAC.
Yep.
North Atlantic Conference. We'll have another NAC school in here for the men's game, Maine Maritime Academy. That's usually a good matchup. We've seen them play preseason games the last couple of years, Rob. They're pretty well matched, those two.
They have been.
They have been good games.
That's knocked high in the air by Abby Claude. Claude hustling. Couldn't save it, so that's another corner. Got unlucky with the spin of that ball. I think he was trying to play it out in a touch for a throw-in, but it's a corner instead.
Wish Coach McCormick good luck on his new position up at Thomas College. Thomas has added like a club team, and he's going to coach the club team and assist the varsity team up there. Thomas is expanding their offerings across the board.
That's plucked out of the air by Simpson on the shot.
They have aspirations to go Division III in men's and women's hockey, Rob Kennedy. I don't know if you know that. I was talking to...
I did hear that, and I think that's very likely they'll be able to do so. It'd be great for Waterville to have 2 D3 teams.
Absolutely. It'd be fantastic.
Don't know if Thomas would try to play at Colby College or not when the Mules are out of town. It'd be a great venue if they could.
I would suspect they're going to be locked in down at the Ice Vault since Thomas College just got the naming rights for that. So
Sammy Orris, the cross, and that's a foul called against Haley Tarbox. So a free kick for the Mustangs.
We're excited about women's hockey here at Central Maine Community College getting underway this year. Coach Jody Conoran will coach both the men's and the women's team. That'll be starting up this year as well, so we'll be covering those games from Norway Savings Bank Arena. Before you know it, I mean, they start.
That's mid-October, right?
Yeah, mid-October, yes. So
they start before my team does. Dartmouth won't play until almost not Thanksgiving, Halloween. The Ivy League always starts late. They, like the NESCAC in Division III, Bowdoin, Colby, they always are behind the other schools as well. Riley Speed back in now for Husson. Lily Caban back in, along with Olivia Varney, both checking in for Central Maine.
If you're not familiar with what we do down here streaming-wise, if you're a new family to the Mustangs, we will be streaming every single contest down here for this year, or whatever it is, wherever they play it. We'll be here well over 100 games.
Eagles on the attack again. That's into the area, deflected away. Great play by Simpson to come out and knock that down. The first play made by Maya Soroyce, though.
Yeah, Soroyce probably saved a goal.
Soroyce got back behind the keeper and kept that off the line. Riley Speed, the sophomore. Speed challenged by Turcotte. That's out. For a throw-in, back in the game, Kate Harriman. Harriman with 2 goals. Kevin St. Louis also a brace for Husson in the opening tally by Addie Leslie. Kaylee Nault also put a ball in the back of the net as well, but not the way the outstanding defender would have wanted to. A miscue with her then keeper Madison Weigler. That's the only goal of the game for the Mustangs on that own goal. Headed into the area. Eagles save it. Camelius with the shot. Too many bodies in front. Sophia Mullins played to the 18, and Turcotte has to hoof it away, but not out of danger yet, as it's again in the area, and Simpson plays it off to Karam. Good battle going on here, and Katie Bluen came away in possession. Riley Speed defending her. Soroyce thought she had a teammate behind her, passed it directly to Riley Speed for the Eagles. Speed played it out into touch, trying to find Haley Tarbox down the right flank. '73rd minute here of the 90. A fruitful trip down from Bangor for the Eagles and a good opening experience early on for the Mustangs. That's in Turcotte. Harriman headed that away. Heather Nelson. Sassy played that ahead. A handball called against Addie Lasley, who got the elbow on that to play it down. Bounce up a little higher than she was expecting, it looks like. So a free kick now off the handball to the Mustangs. Bianca Gilmore, the intended recipient of that pass, never got through. Now to touch for another Mustangs throw. Claude gets us back underway. Caban is there. Caban with some space now. So the Mustangs try to set the attack up. Katie Bluen. Bianca Gilmore forced back by Kendra Donahue's been strong defensively, but too strong there. She's called for the foul and a free kick to Central Maine. Olivia Varney is going to take this. Varney, another MCI player, holds a single season and career scoring record for the Huskies. 100 goals, over 100 goals, in fact. 2023 KVAC Player of the Year. She fancies a shot here from about 25 yards. Yes, she does. Bouncing in, and great save down low by Hannah Kenny. That was tough as it skipped off the turf. And she had traffic there as well. Had to freeze that ball, and the keeper did. Another Nelson, also from MCI, both former Huskies out there. Nelson and Varney, 14 and 15, and White respectively. And Kenny taking her time, picks it up under pressure from Gabby Sassy. Eagles in possession, Maddie Higgins.
Go, Katie.
Katie Benson now. Tarbox. Benson once again as Husson resets. Oh, great move by Tarbox. Speed down the right flank. Riley Speed trying to walk the tightrope on that goal line. Played in front of the goal. Oh, what a pass and a finish. Addie Lasley's got her second goal. And a tremendous pass to set that up. Now, Riley Speed did all the work down that goal line, and in comes Addie Lasley with an immediate one-time shot to make it 6 for Husson.
Yeah, somebody missed a mark there, all alone in front.
I don't want to leave Addie Lasley with that much space. 14 goals in her career, 9 last season, second on the team in scoring, just behind Natalie Aviola. So 3 players now on the Eagles, each with 2 goals. Addie Lasley, who's bookended the scoring, Kate Harriman and Devin St. Louis. Gabby Sassy, surrounded by green jerseys, but does win the throw. Bianca Gilmore, number 11 out there in whites. Lasley stole it from her. Caban tried to push it right back. Husson controlling once again. Caitlin Haley. Ball was rolling toward her, but not far enough. Olivia Varney tried to walk her way through defenders, but too many Eagles there. Riley Speed, who did a great job to set up that last goal, playing it back to Katie Benson. Tarbox has Speed behind her. They'll switch places. Tarbox some space on the right flank. Turcotte out to challenge. That's back toward Tarbox again. He'll let that run for a throw. Tarbox tangled up briefly with Soroyce. They separate. And that's in the corner for Husson. Winning the battle in corners 10-1. Don't keep possession stats, but you'd have to kind of expect it's running about 3-1 at least.
I would say that's 100% correct, Rob.
Martell on the corner was headed high. Kate Harriman looking for the hat trick and came awfully close. Or Martell, number 8, a recent addition to the roster. Added her late yesterday, early today. She's got some decent minutes in this contest. Minute 79 here, the 90. Lily Caban. Caban trying to play it down that flank, ran out of space. Harriman was one of the 2 Husson Eagles that are squeezed off by that touchline. Sammy Orris was the other. Orist. Strong challenge by Nelson once again. She's been very good defensively, Heather Nelson. And subs coming in now. Madison Clark returning for Husson. And Destiny Moores, the rookie, checking back in for Central Maine. The Mustangs playing here at home today and then on the road for a while. Saturday, a trip to Castine for Maine Maritime, another D3 school. And the 3rd in a row as they'll head to Waterville a week from Friday to take on Thomas College. Conference play opens up on September 7th in Vermont at Vermont State Johnson, and then back home here on the 14th. Actually, take that back, the 18th to play Southern Maine. That's the next home game for the women. They only have 5 home games this season.
Yeah, just one of those oddities of schedules.
Yeah. When I first looked at it, I thought it was some mistake because I saw the men had several home games.
Yes, yeah.
I would bet in future years, next year, the year after, you might see an imbalance the other way with the Mustangs playing the bulk of their games at home. We'll see. Olivia Varney. Varney under pressure from Caitlin Haley.
We'll get a look at the men's team here at 7:30 tonight.
Kate Harriman. Harriman closed down well. That was Audrey Dillman stepping up, the captain. Now played out wide. Haley Wing had that roll off her foot. It's coming over here. Katie Benson will make the throw for the Eagles. Oh, nifty move by Laura Martell.
Now you saw it right in front of us.
Now played into the area again. Can they turn? Lasley trying to. Lasley still with it, and it's in. If Lasley got the last touch, that's her hat trick goal, and I think she probably did.
No. Should be able to tell right here, Rob.
There's Addie Lasley, number 6. Yep, that was her. Just a little bit, sneaking it inside the post. Not much room allowed there by the keeper, Ava Simpson, but just enough for Lasley to poke it home for her third. So Lasley scoring in the 33rd, 76th, and 81st minute of this game. Haley Wing on that left flank, pursued by Russell. Or Katie Benson, excuse me, 20. Now sub checking into the game for Husson.
Hey, Jared.
Addie Lasley's day is done, you would think, scoring 3 goals. Encroachment ruled by the referee, pushing some players back. That was kept in. Great play to do so, Varney. Katie Bluen, the edge of the area. Too many defenders. That was taken away by Caitlin Haley. Harriman turns. She's got a couple of goals. Varney shadowing her. Now played down that sideline. Addison Clark arriving there as Orist. Orist and Clark, the 1-2. Defended nicely by Maya Soroyce, though. Clears the ball out of danger. Right back into the edge of the area. Dillman with a nice touch to avoid Haley Tarbox. Played out wide by Varney. And Riley's speed. Can't let that go. It didn't have enough oomph to get to the touchline, so she played that very nicely back to Katie Benson. Benson. Ahead now to Tarbox into the area. And it rolls in as Kate Harriman couldn't get a touch on that. She was marked. A good idea to try to feed her in the area and set her up for her third goal. Addison Clark. Sammy Orist. Orist, Moores out watching her. That's popped high just outside of the area. Varney steps up to try to play it away, only as far, however, as Laura Martell. Here's Harriman. Harriman already has one tremendous individual goal. She danced through 3 different Mustangs defenders, but not that time. Time it was Audrey Dillman who came to defuse the situation. That's over Orr's head. Caban lets that roll over the goal line for a goal kick. Emma Knowles back in, playing the field. And Jaden Boone returning for Central Maine. Ava Simpson looking for options here. Has to wait for the referee and subs to be off the field. Referee says, let's roll. Dillman, oh, she turned it over. Haley Tarbox turns, shoots. Didn't have much to shoot at, though. The angle played well by Simpson, who catches and holds. Nice play in the midfield to knock that down by Caban. Husson will try that right wing side again. Benson. Benson with some space. Benson makes a great move to shake off Haley Wing. Wing shoulder to shoulder with Benson. Riley Speed there in support for Husson. Speed into the area, punted away by Dillman. Boone. Out hustled by Riley Speed, who came back. Boone wasn't aware that she was there. Played long over the top. Madison Turcotte settling. That'll roll out into touch, and we'll get one more look at the rookie Ebba Gamalius. A first year from Sweden. Played a year in Bismarck, North Dakota as an exchange student. Into minute 87 here, as Maddie Higgins' afternoon is done. Harriman scored a penalty kick in the 38th minute. 3 minutes later, on an outstanding individual effort to close out the scoring in the first half. It was 3-1 at halftime. And the Eagles picking up in the second half right where they left off and scoring 4 times to this point. Caitlin Haley trying to roll the ball in, and does for Riley Speed for a shot, and that was a tough save by Simpson. Had to play that off the carom and push it wide.
Might have been the best save she's had.
I think so. You'll see it here too. There's the bounce, and yeah, up there with the right hand to knock it away. Always hard to go on that stretch and extension. Even harder when you have to play it off the bounce. Here's a corner for the Eagles. They're 11th, and that comes to nothing as that's popped up and caught by Simpson. Laura Martell. Lindsay Reed pokes that over to the touch line. Tussle over there. That's a free kick. Foul called against Emma Knowles, so the Eagles will take possession with 2:15 remaining. Ebba Gamalius in her debut for Husson. Won't be her full debut. That'll come when the Eagles play their first competitive matchup. This is a scrimmage for them. They'll do that next Friday against Emmanuel College up in Bangor. Mustangs will head to Bangor later in the season, have a rematch with this Eagles team. Could be a different type of game as you look at Central Maine, their first experience of the season, and how things might change as the year goes along. But this is going to be a tough Husson team to score goals against, you know that. That's played ahead. Hannah Kenny waits for it, picks it up under pressure from Emma Knowles. Into the last 75 seconds. Lindsay Reed. Harriman. Trying to connect with Haley Tarbox. Tarbox rolls that out wide. Addison Clark. Clark, the Idaho native. Tarbox in the edge of the area. Works into the area. Tarbox, a shot. Oh, great save with a left hand from Ava Simpson. She's made 2 beauties here in the late stages.
Yeah, she's had to be equal here for the last 2 shots. Beautiful right there.
Have to be busy again as this shot rolls in. Not as challenging that time from Riley Speed. Like Speed scuffed that a little bit. Speed set up that tremendous Lasley tally. Varney. Possession given right back. Gamalius. Kate Harriman. No time for another shot, and that'll do it. It's out to challenge Audrey Dillman, and the game comes to an end. Husson University dominating possession, dominating territorially, and scoring 7 goals in their opener this season. They take the victory 7-1. A hat trick from Addie Lasley, and 2 goals each from Kate Harriman and Devin St. Louis. Kayleen Naltz, the own goal, resulting in the Central Maine scoring. So that will do it for our broadcast. We've got the men's game coming up, scheduled for 7:30, but it could start early, so check back in. We'll see if we...
Let me just check with Dave here. Dave's coming over.
Yeah.
Dave, for sure 7:30 start?
I'm hoping that they're here now. I'm going to ask these guys if they want to start at 7 instead.
Okay. Dave Gunny is saying maybe we start at 7 o'clock instead if they can get going. Yep. So could be a 7 o'clock start as well, as we just hear from the athletic director, Dave Gagne. So check back in at 7 o'clock. We'll see if the game's going at 7 as the Maine Maritime Academy Mariners take on the Central Maine Community College Mustangs in men's action. Final score here in the women's game to open the season. Husson with a 7-1 victory over Central Maine Community College on Munzing Media.
Yeah, that's you guys. I think Husson's good.
They are.
I think so.
Yeah, that's going to be it.
Okay. I like that. I think yeah, they might have something here.
Are they doing food trucks tonight?
I think maybe.
They grabbed some small before I came over.
Get the food over in the dining commons. So let's go over, they'll melt you down at the time.
I'm sorry.
If you go over to the dining commons, they have their barbecue set up inside because of the weather.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you just go right over.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Hear that, Andy? That's good thing, isn't it? Yeah. That went okay. I mean, for me, once I figured out your play, that was good.
Hi, Frank! Hi, Frank!
Yes, but sometimes what happens is such a contrast between the sky and the field. So it's focusing on the sky. We noticed that last year. Sometimes what you have to do is come down and zoom in on the field. And it fixes it. All right. Yeah.
They got some pronunciations.